Okay.
How was your guys' 2 weeks?
Fairly uneventful. My cat has been developing some problems, but we're working through it. And all right, kitty.
I do like cats. I hope she's okay.
She'll be fine.
Well, I don't like cats. I don't want cats to suffer with that.
That's basically liking them.
Is that the same thing?
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, Mr. Bubbles was awesome.
Mr. Bubbles, huh?
We had
Until
this
he
cat.
scratched you, and then he had to go.
We had this cat that wasn't ours. My brother, who was 15, and pretended to be a gangster. He was not a gangster. He named his cat Mr. Bubbles, and this cat, because my brother just kind of left him to his own devices, to survive and occasionally feed. The cat was a fucking boss, dude. This place behind our house was made cemetery, like the stone sarcophagus they put bodies in. And they had rats, like big ass Norwegian rats. And one time we came home and he was rolling down the driveway with a rat that was half his body size in his mouth, and like the rat's like fighting. He's like trying to get loose, and Tasha and I are just like watching, and he like shakes his head and snaps its neck in front of us. We're like,
Damn. Ice cold.
It's a good cat.
You're gonna take care of business there, buddy.
Yeah.
But such is life. Well, does anybody have any questions about last time before we jump right in? Does anybody want to volunteer to give a recap, or do you just want to jump right in?
I mean, I can do a quick recap if you want.
I would be interested in hearing it.
We are making our way to Shimshar's.
Sloop.
Shushar, that's it. Making our way to Shushar's ghetto. And on the way we got attacked at one point, and Rolen turned into a tiger, I'm pretty sure, and kicked the shit out of it. And we found some people, well, 2 dead guys, and then one. What was he? A halfling or a gnome?
He was a deep gnome.
Deep gnome, but he appears to be fucking nuts. And so we're on our way. Are we still in the spider tunnel? I'm pretty sure.
You are.
You
had stopped to rest, and he had you had tied him up. Then he got away. Then you caught him. Then you tied him up again. And you stopped to take a long rest.
And didn't we put like the 2 immovable rods in such a way that it would
yes,
pin him?
You took his own equipment, stole from him, and then pinned him to the ground, and then took a long rest.
Well, I mean, if he proves not to be crazy, we might give his stuff back. Maybe.
Probably not.
So that's where we're going to pick up. We will be picking up on, let's see. Let me pull this up here. We will be picking up, I believe it's on day 3. I'm moving a couple things around my desk here. Out of Velkenvelv. And as you guys are traveling, you guys just took a long rest. And the crazy little halfling screamed most of the night, as he has been, or Deep Gnome, screaming most of the night, and you guys managed to get some sleep, and now you find yourselves still in the Underdark with only really one way to go, and at this point you guys have to decide what to do with the happy-go-lucky fellow.
Smoke will walk over to Jimjar. And, Jimjar, perhaps you could speak to the guy, this other gnome. I assume you have a language, or is it just simply Underdark or Undercommon?
There is deep gnomish, but unfortunately, the guy's not speaking any language at all.
Just burn those britches with casual racism.
Jimjar, could you perhaps try speaking in your native tongue and see if he responds?
He'll give it a shot, and yes, that was the end of day 3. He does give it a try. He walks over and tries to talk to the guy, and the guy doesn't respond in any known language. He just continues with his standard scream that you guys have heard so far.
Does anybody have a way of speaking to him in a telepathic nature?
Stool can set up a rapport spores if that's what you'd like.
Oh, yes, Stool, you are proving to be quite a useful companion. Please.
So, at your request, although he's leery, Stool makes his way over and sets up a connection between whoever would like it. It's not particular. And doing so allows the telepathic communication. And the telepathic communication is essentially just a combination of rage and insanity. There's no sane thoughts flowing across that telepathic bridge. It is rage and sadness and excitement and depression. It's conflicts among the conflicts.
Might I give a bit of advice?
But of course.
In nature, it is not necessarily evil to put a creature down when it is suffering.
Yes.
I myself cannot do the action, but forthwith.
I speak up. I say I can do it. I don't like it, but I'll do it.
I can't just let you guys go around killing people for no reason. We can let this man go with his belongings, or we can try and get him safely to the surface. But we can't continue to abuse him and just murder him for no reason.
I'm sorry, was that Natasha speaking?
No. No, it was not. Ophelia.
Okay, just speak.
Natasha would have a different approach, I assure you.
Yeah, obviously.
My real name is Oglophone.
So you would recommend that we put the weapons and the things that we took back in his pack and then let him on his way? Where he almost surely will be killed?
Or we could try and take him to the surface. But either way, we cannot just go killing innocent people.
Well, and this is my fault. I've said the thing backwards. He's actually a deep gnome. I keep saying halfling, so that's kind of my fault. His home would probably, Jimjar tells you, be a settlement called Blingdenstone, which is a good distance away, about 30 days. That's where Jimjar's headed. So you guys would probably take him with you and drop him off there, but he'd be loud unless you can find a way to silence him.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. I'm kind of wary on this, and that's, why I mentioned Sereth may have had a point, because while I wouldn't mind taking him with us to make sure that he gets to safety, and this is partly my fault because I was the one who freedom in the first place. So I'm ready to accept responsibility with, whichever way we do this, whether we kill him or whether we let him live. I'm just saying that if we bring him with us, he's basically going to be a gigantic target on our back. He's going to basically be a beacon to the very people we're trying to avoid. And while I don't want to, while I don't want to kill an innocent soul, he's obviously suffering. He's obviously, beyond the help that we can give him. But the help that we can probably deliver him to is at least like a month away here. And I'm kind of afraid that if we go out of our way to try to get him to safety, it's just going to call down thunder that we're in no way, shape, or form prepared to deal with.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I don't think that because some of us think he's suffering that we should necessarily kill him. And I do understand it will be a target on our back. But I think if we can save his life, I think it might be worth trying.
Shall we vote?
Okay.
For the record, anybody can create a vote. It's just /vote question. You guys should probably set who's going to do it, though, so there's not 15 votes coming up.
I have no opinion either way. I have put my 2 cents in. I will not be voting.
Keep stick. All right, that part's clear. Smoke's gonna turn to a Shumshar, correct?
1 second.
Shushar?
Shushar. Yeah, I'll talk to him in a sec.
All right. Let's see.
Shushar.
Tasha, I think it was a connection issue. You just reconnected on my end, and it's showing you successfully clicked. So you might want to go through and re-click the ones you want to, or unclick them.
Shushar. Would your people, who we are somewhat close to, do you think they might have a way of helping this one?
One second.
And if not, what do we do? We just it seems like we're moving towards.
Oh.
Seems like we're moving towards that. Do we just we don't kill him, though, right? We just let him go, or do we outright kill him?
We can just let him go. I mean, I don't really mind either way. I mean,
yeah, which I'm pretty sure means killing him, right? Let him go.
Yeah, it's
go
basically killing him either way.
I mean, he's going to be wandering off to certain death one way or the other. Yeah.
But if Ophelia's got a problem with it, then I mean, yeah, okay, go. I'll even put the hand crossbow at his feet, and if he picks it up, I'll let him take it. But I'm guessing he's just gonna fucking run off.
I'd like to see if we can at least keep the immovable rods, though, and those sound like they'd be especially useful.
Well, I think a couple of things we got. We also got other stuff too. Didn't we get some healing potions and whatnot, or?
And some food. We got like 4 gallons of water and 4 pounds of food.
So, like, are we leaving the stuff out for him, and then if he takes it and goes, that's fine? Understanding that he's probably just going to run away and not even take the stuff?
He's probably just going to run away, but sure, we can leave it out for him.
Morally speaking, if we know he's not going to take it, is there any point even putting it out?
You might as well put it out just in case, because it is technically his stuff. But if you're... What are you, a rogue? You're a thief anyway, so who cares?
I'm not a thief. No. I simply take things from where they don't belong and put them where they do belong.
But you could argue that any way that you want, then.
I'll be right back.
Technically
We're having a
rationalize that.
my modem is causing hiccups on my end and Tasha's end, so I'm gonna restart this real quick. You guys won't lose connection to the server. I've transferred it, but I'm just gonna have to restart it. And Tasha is yelling at me to tell you he doesn't need to die. I'll be right back.
I feel like at some point Kosjurkis is gonna waddle on over there and just pick up the immovable rods.
Yeah. And then if he takes off, he takes off. Yeah.
It was inevitable. It was inevitable because we unanimously voted to keep stick.
True.
Yeah, he's just gonna walk over and just pocket them and just walk away. My stick now.
That is what it is.
The best kind of stick.
What type of wizard are you again?
Transmutation.
That's pretty sweet. Do you have a rock yet then? Does that happen at that point? Or do you get the transmuter stone later?
Transmuter stone comes at, I think, level 6.
Ah, okay.
But I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, no, it sounds pretty cool. You can give yourself resistance from certain damages, right?
Yeah, and at higher levels you can just cast Raise Dead for free.
Oh!
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Think it's at 14th level you can use the Transmuter Stone to cast the Raise Dead spell on a creature you touch, without expending a spell slot or needing to have the spell in your spell book.
Oh Christ, that's really good then, yeah. Now is that the one that makes zombies, or is that the one that, like, if somebody's dead they come back to life?
Yeah, if they're dead they come back to life if they've been dead for less than 10 days.
Well, that's not broken at all.
Well,
Cool.
it's also level 14, so if you have a cleric, they can probably cast it anyway, so.
Yeah, but it's a nice alternative too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because the alternative uses are also, like, you can instantly restore all hit points and remove all curses, disease, and poisons affecting a creature. Or you can cause a creature to lose an apparent age of 3d10 years.
Apparent, though.
No, it does not extend the lifespan. It just makes them look
Right.
younger.
Right.
But
Alright, sorry about that hiccup. Alright, we are back. Let's see, I'm gonna create these. I'm just gonna recreate these votes. What's keep stick? Keep his stuff?
Keep his
primarily, yeah.
specifically the immovable rods.
Okay, let's just put this.
I thought the options were to spare him or to leave him there or to take him home. So I don't understand the kill him vote. I think we need a different vote.
Well, I think kill him means that, yeah, we leave him be, and what's going to happen.
Okay, I can handle that.
Yeah.
So take him with you as spare. Let him go on his own and probably die of his own volition, so it's not your fault.
Correct.
Is kill him. And then you have some votes for robbing him.
Absolutely not.
Well, just not giving his stuff back.
Yes.
Well, we can't not. We have to give him his stuff back.
But what if he leaves before he can take it? Like what if he just
I mean,
if he just runs away, he runs away. But I mean, we should try and give him his stuff. He has to at least be able to defend himself, and you know.
I mean, I'm not going to argue
what have you
that.
done to Natasha? The lawful good's gotten to you.
So Smoke will look because I think we know what we're doing. Smoke will look at Ophelia and kind of just nod and walk over and put the hand crossbow on the ground beside this deep gnome.
And all his other stuff.
That's the only stuff I had of his.
Kosjurkis waddles over and picks up the immovable rods.
So he's no longer pinned down.
And he jumps up and runs as fast as he can away from you down the tunnel, the same direction you're going. And as he runs away, hand crossbow still on the ground, all you can hear in the distance is
Smoke picks up the hand crossbow. Well, it was a good idea.
Well, I guess that answers that question.
Kosjurkis triumphantly holds the immovable rods above his head and cackles.
I like this little one. Very good, very good.
Alrighty. So you guys have had a long rest. If you have any, let me go ahead and reapply it. I don't remember if I had properly applied the long rest or not, but it'll reset everything that it should reset. And Kosjurkis, I believe you're the only, and Rolen, if you have spells, you can reset them.
Hooray!
I think I'm good where I'm at, but
Outstanding. So, just a heads up, it isn't going to be for a couple games before you guys get to level 3. If some of you are playing new classes, I encourage you to start kind of familiarizing yourself with the abilities you have this round, or this level. Once you hit level 3, which, as I said, it'll probably be a few games, but just kind of make yourself familiar. But what is your guys' plan for the day? And I'm going to put it back into questions. The tunnels you're traveling in right now are pitch black tunnels. The questions I'm going to need are, what is your plans for foraging? And what is your travel pace plans? Bearing in mind you need light to move at a fast pace currently while somebody doesn't have dark.
So we're back to normal pace then, right?
Yep.
Because we don't think we need to be stealthy? Or do we need to go slow to be stealthy? Probably not, right?
yeah, I think you have to go slow to be stealthy.
But we don't need to be stealthy, do we?
No,
We're not fearing anything right now?
and I'm blind, so
Yeah.
you go fast.
How are we doing on food and water?
I got now because we robbed that guy.
We didn't
have-
rob him. He gave
No.
it to us.
He left all of his stuff. No, he's crazy.
Okay,
What are you going
we
to do?
have, and regardless, we have 14 gallons of water and 14 pounds of food.
Okay, then I don't think I really need to worry about foraging. As it is, I know last game I got my quarterstaff, which was my main reason for looking for Zerkwood. I could go ahead and forage for more if you want me to try to make quarterstaffs for the rest of you guys. Just so we all at least have some sort of a weapon. But
I don't necessarily need a weapon, but I can get one last. And
Maybe-
for food, I can still give like Goodberry and create some water for everyone today.
If we can go without it today, perhaps today's a good day to all stick together. Because the way we're heading, there was just a crazed maniac screaming. So we might run into something.
yeah,
So you just want to use the stuff and not have me cast just in case I need it?
Maybe, yeah.
good idea.
Let's sit and stick together.
Mm.
Not to mention, like, we assume the spiders nearby, right?
Yeah, with
So-
the spider webs and everything.
So if that's the plan, I take 10 gallons off and 10 pounds of food off, right, Tony?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you can wait until the end to see if you have time to eat it. Like, if you guys wait till the end and you have a spell slot, then you don't need to use it. We're
makes sense, yeah.
We're gonna just for simplicity, let's do all food calculations at like how much is used at the end of the day. So if you have a spell slot left and you choose to, and you have it, you use it.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, very good, yeah.
No breakfast for us.
Well, I mean, we have some breakfast, right? Like, pancakes.
But, I mean, technically, the way for in-game purposes, yes, you guys eat We'll just determine at the end of the day what it is you ate for mechanical purposes, for calculation purposes. So you do eat breakfast, lunch.
Or one good
Sounds good.
berry.
Or one good berry.
One good berry.
So you set out for the day at what pace? Normal? Was that my understanding?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No foraging. And now what I need is a survival check with advantage because you have a guide.
That's me, right?
Yes, then that is for navigation.
Uh,
Well, whoever you choose to
I
navigate.
have plus. Well, I'm blind, so not me.
yeah. I
You
got a
have
plus 4.
nothing.
I got plus 4.
And you get
Here's
advantage.
good one.
Yeah, me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had to step away from the computer, otherwise I would have made it.
All right. So you almost get sidetracked, but Sarah stops you and puts you back on the right path. So after you spend the night almost sleepless, worrying, concerned very much, and my apologies, there's no music this time. I wasn't able to restart my computer before the game. We had an appointment we had to deal with. So forgive the lack of music. Maybe I'll restart later. But after the worrisome night filled with muffled noises from the insane Svirfneblin. Svirfneblin is the name of deep gnomes, just like Drow is the name of dark elves. You had an additional worry through the night of numerous shadows crawling around, most of them in your head to your knowledge. Your dreams infiltrated by spindly-legged spiders. You gathered up your things and moved off. You only travel an hour, and what you notice in the first hour is that the side tunnels are becoming rarer and rarer, and the rare side tunnels that you do see rejoin the main tunnel after just a short distance. You eventually see up ahead a pitch black cavern that is large. This tunnel opens up into a large cavern. So as you are moving down that way, you start to make your way towards the cavern, and as you come to the end of the tunnel, you see a number of different things that catch your eye. So right off the bat, let me shrink this image before I send it to you just for common decency, because I think some of you are on laptops. You see numerous areas off to the sides that look like this. I didn't want to, I suppose, rotate the image, but the entire area is full of egg sacs and webs. And it's 500 feet deep, approximately, hundreds and hundreds of feet wide, probably thousands. And it's only a couple hundred, maybe 500 feet from where you're standing to the far wall. Now, on the far wall, you notice that there isn't another massive tunnel like you just came through, because the tunnel you're walking through now is pretty big. You have numerous tunnels exiting this large chamber. Straight ahead, maybe 6 or 7. To the left and right, there's multiple additional tunnels. On the ceiling, as you're looking around, you can even see additional chutes going up. You can't quite see the bottom. You can just barely see it. Maybe a couple extra shadowy areas that suggest a chute going down. This massive cavern has 2 kinds of webs in it that draw your attention. The type of webs you've seen from a giant spider so far, and that if you've ever seen the Lord of the Rings movie, the whole catch prey web, the webs that are like strung across a door, or the thin spindly webs that are designed to, when something touches it, it sends various vibrations to it to inform the spider that there is something in its web. So those are, we'll call those hunting webs, webs that are used for catching things. There's quite a few of a different kind of web that actually catches your eye because it's it's more like a road. These are webs that are, a diameter side to side of 6-8 inches thick, very thick webs that are made up of multiple webs woven together. And these are strewn all across this cavern. And it looks like these function in a fashion to allow a spider to travel across it. It's, if you were to, and they are interweaving and changing directions. So if you were to, for example, start where you're at and try and cross the 500-foot long cavern to one of the tunnels on the other side, one of the mini tunnels, you would probably have to go up a web and then down a web and change these thick traveling webs, which is what we're going to call them to differentiate them from the hunting webs. You would probably end up moving between webs, multiple different webs, just to reach that point. And that is what you see when you first walk in.
Kosjurkis, describe it to me.
There's a little bit of light, but not a whole lot. Just some phosphorescent. The tunnels you were traveling in were pitch black. Just enough phosphorescent light to allow you to see 500 feet across. And so you can get a good look at it so far.
Okay, sweet.
Spirit just looks more than a little unsettled at the sight of all of these webs.
Is there any structural remnants around? Like, does it look like this perhaps was something else before it was this spider layer?
As best you can tell, it isn't. It just looks like it was a cavern that's been claimed by spiders, obviously large spiders. There is something that you are able to pick up as you guys stand there looking out across this area, and that is Rolen and Agile Smoke. You guys are able to pick up a faint sound. It's almost like a whooping sound, like someone making strange hollering noises. You can't quite make it out. It's just a strange noise for now. Possibly. But it seems to be coming from across the way, down or out of one of the tunnels on the far wall. And as I said, the side tunnels have pretty much all ceased, so this is about the only way across.
Well, I guess we begin our travel here. Should we do so perhaps in a stealthy manner, to make sure that we have no unwelcome, or we do not end up being unwelcome guests?
That makes sense.
So as you guys are starting to discuss that, all of you see this because there's no effort at stealth made. One of the strangest things you've probably seen in your existence. You see a goblin, a small goblin, come shooting out of the tunnel, one of the mini tunnels on the far end, except he isn't flying out of it. He comes sliding out of it, both feet, the centers of his flappy feet on a web, his hands out to the side, and he is sliding down it. And as he slides down it, you notice he changes webs 2 or 3 times. He when he comes to an intersection of webs, or he actually jumps off of one web, lands on another, throws his hands out for balance, and turns his feet to adjust. A couple seconds later, right as you're acclimating yourself to the goblin, the first goblin, a second taller goblin, comes out of a separate tunnel, except this goblin is using his hands, and he is swinging on the web. He jumps out and grabs one of the thick webs, which of course bows with his weight, and he swings around it once, and then swings himself back and then forward and gaining his speed, and he jumps, lets go, catches the second web in a tangle of webs that seems to you that you don't even understand how he didn't get caught, and uses his momentum to keep going as he swings from web to web. And you notice that the goblin that was sliding with his feet is angling by going up, side, down, to the left, to the right, going in various directions. He is nearing your position each minute that he's sliding. And it also appears that the one that is swinging, almost like on the gymnastics bars, is also making his way. And they are calling back and forth to each other in Goblin. Let's see.
Hand crossbows in hand, and I'm aimed at the closest one.
Let's see here. Nobody understands Goblin. No one took Goblin as a language. So they continue to talk, and as they near, they don't seem to have weapons displayed. They don't have them like on them where you can see, but they are a bit far away. So after a few minutes, they get closer, probably about 40 feet away from you. They don't have any weapons you can see. They are still sliding and swinging, as it were. What do you guys want to do?
Taking cover. Taking cover, hiding, and a hand crossbow pinned on one of them.
Okay. And a short time after that, the goblins land right. The first one slides towards you, and the second one does a little flip the last way, and he actually does a straight up full rotational flip and lands on both feet with a double foot slap. It's a little loud. And the first one says something in Goblin, and before he realizes neither one of you can talk, I'm sorry, none of you speak his language, it's the smaller one who is doing the sliding for the record. And this is their picture. And he switches to Undercommon, and he says, "What is up?"
Kosjurkis stands up on top of Roland's shoulders and says, "What you want?"
So the larger goblin, the one to the right of that picture, doesn't say anything, but the younger one goes, "We're surfing the webs. What are you guys doing?"
Nice. Surfing the webs.
I'll give you a minute.
Who's a spokesman? Who's our spokesman?
I didn't want to speak out because I'm like, I don't have the charisma bonus I used to.
I'm hiding, so I'm not saying nothing.
Ophelia had a hide check out there. Fucking first goblin wasn't even all the way out of the tunnel. She's already hiding. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Walking. He points to the webs. Is safe?
And the younger one goes, "Yeah, you can walk on the big ones." And he points at the one. He goes, "But it's funner to surf." He said, "You can," and he picks up his foot, and you can see his foot has like a sheen on it, I guess like a slime. And
Like,
he
are we
has
talking like Charlie or
like a
another
grease.
type of sheen?
like his foot is covered in like some type of lard or grease, and he pulls a water skin off to his side, and when he moves to show you his water skin, you notice they are actually armed. They have a short bow and a scimitar each. But he pulls the water skin, and when he squeezes it, like a thick, viscous glob of grease comes out, and he kind of wipes it off with his finger, and he smears it on his foot. And by means of demonstration, he takes a run and surfs all the way up this web, changes webs 2 or 3 times, and then circles back around and re-lands right there. He goes, "That's the best way to get across the silken paths. You got to surf the webs."
I ask them, do they know the way to the surface?
So they
Just
both
from
kind
like behind a rock.
of.
I peek I'm just a voice out here. No one can see me.
He's just he jumps a little bit. He goes, "Whoa." Yeah, I've never been to the surface, but we can help you get across here. He says, "We've guided a few people. If they make it worth our while, we take the money and we show them across safely." He goes, "It's about 5 miles. It's 5 miles. 6 miles. It's miles. It's some miles."
Oh my god.
To say, I don't exactly have any money.
He says, "Well, do you got anything shiny?" He says, "I like shiny. Or there's a lot of you. If we find something, we can come to an agreement that we will stay with you for a set rate, and once you pay us, we can call it quits." He looks at the tall goblin and says, "What do you think, Yuck Yuck?" And he kind of gives him a nod. He says, "Well, I am Yuck Yuck, and this is Spiderbait." And he points at the big one. He says, "We call him Spiderbait because he's so damn big, he trips the hunter webs, and they're always chasing him. But they can't catch him as long as you can surf the webs. Spiders can't move as fast as a surfer." He says, "How's 2 gold a day sound? Most people can make it across in a day, at worst 2.
I
And
mean,
at the other side, if you don't have the gold, we can either come to an agreement, or we can travel with you at a rate of 2 gold per day until you have the gold, and then we'll come back."
I'm cool with that agreement. I have no problem with it personally, but
He says, "We'll take barter if you got something shiny or nice."
to say the only thing I've got is a tinderbox. But I don't know how useful that would sound to you guys.
Kosjurkis rummages through his many bags and pulls out a handful of flour. Is good? Make bread?
He says, "Well, why don't we just settle up on the other side? How's that sound?" He says, "There's no reason to stress."
Fuck.
He seems very honest to you. He doesn't seem like an overly deceptive or complex character to you, Rolen. He seems like he is exactly what his unusual nature suggests he is.
Okay.
He says, "This is the Silken Paths," is what we call it.
I guess I'll ask him, does it get dark on the way through?
He says, "This is the only part that's got light." He goes, "Why?"
Because I can't see in the dark. Unlike my companions.
He says, "That'll be a problem." He says the spiders are attracted to light. You can't have light. He said, like you can't even see a little in the dark. Like how do you? What?
I have Kosjurkis for that.
He said you can't guide each other on the webs. You just gotta get it together. If you close one eye, maybe.
We're gonna die.
Like I could turn into a spider, but something with dark vision, but it's only for an hour or 2. I think it's 2 now.
Why don't you just turn into something tiny and someone can just carry you?
Yeah, but it's only for an hour, so it doesn't matter.
How
many
fast can
times
we
can
get
you do
across? I was about to say, how far across can we get in an hour?
He says we can cross in 8 hours, man.
What if I can jump 90 feet every second?
He said you could go ahead of us, but if the spiders get you, man, they're gonna get you. Gonna get you.
Is it possible to? Is it possible to shift into a bird form and fly across?
No, I can't fly.
Ah, damn.
I can jump in. I can turn into a female steeder, which can jump 90 feet at a time.
Like,
That's a big ass spider.
what if you close the other eye?
I go ahead and try, and nope, no change.
Man. Because we could. How long can you do the spider thing? Like just 1 hour every day?
2 hours.
Man. Well, you could go for 2 hours a day, but we'd have to hide. He said if you got a torch, man, them spiders are gonna get you. He holds up his little goblin fingers like fangs, and he tries to show you like in case you're not understanding him, like they're gonna get you.
I understand. I'm trying to figure out how long I actually can transform. Pretty sure it's only an hour.
If only I'd taken the dark vision spell.
Yeah, I can only I can only transform for an hour at a time. So 2 hours of jumping 90 feet every second or 2.
Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter. We'd have to be level 3.
He stops for a second. He says, "But one time we took these drow, and one of them got into the bag. Can you fit in a bag?"
I could, but only for 2 hours.
Do we even have bags?
It's lame.
I could probably fit in a pocket. But again, only for 2 hours.
You just need to get it together.
You need to get it together.
Who can't see in the dark? That's
Kosjurkis chimes in. Right?
crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy. Well, you guys are gonna have to figure it out, cause I don't know. I'll show you how to get across, but crazy. Spider's gonna get you, man. get you.
What if we just made like a stretcher, and then one person just holds one side and the other person holds the other side? We can just surf that way and hope that he doesn't fall off the stretcher, or we don't.
He says, well, most people can't surf like we can. We've been here for a long time. Most people just walk along the webs, and we show you where to go. But if you want to try it, I'll show you. But to be honest with you, I try not to show people how to do it till I've gotten paid, because they mostly die. The spiders will get you.
So the stretcher won't work, or
I mean, you gotta walk on the webs. They're not real thick. I mean, if you drop them, it'll be easier. Not the spiders. No.
He's kind of our main source of food outside of
foraging.
I
Does
really
anybody
don't
have
want
any
to.
wood?
Oh boy. I got none of that.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that either.
I'm sorry.
What'd you say, Ophelia?
I said we just need to get some wood to make a stretcher.
Well, I can just go for 2 hours in a female steeder shape. I could probably carry at least one person, I'm assuming, and just like get as far as I can.
You will be
Or
alone.
we can try surfing.
Well, no, I can carry like one person, can't I?
Right, but you'll be you and that person. So, like, Ophelia, for example's movement's 30 feet. Traveling the webs normally is going to be difficult terrain. So Ophelia is going to be able to move at 15 feet per round, for example. Whereas Steeder, how fast do they move? 50?
30.
Oh, so
But then
yeah,
I can jump 90.
So you're going to be there. You're going to be ahead of them, double at least. So
Plus
you know,
also
over
my
the
climb speed, right?
Yeah, it's the webs won't affect me either.
So you guys are, if you're staying in a group, you're going to move at the speed of the slowest person. The biggest issue for you guys is going to be if you go ahead on that Steeder, you can, but if you get attacked or something, you're going. The whole battle is going to be you fighting by yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you go for an hour, it's going to take them 2 hours, or you plus someone else. If you have,
I just did the math. It turns out that the female steeder could actually possibly do it.
Do the whole like 5 miles or whatever.
Because in the time it would take for like the party to move 120 feet, the steeder would have already done that basically. Wait.
yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. The Steeder's faster, definitely.
Like 4 times faster.
Yeah,
like almost exactly 4 times.
With the leap, if you're maximizing it. The issue with the leap is the reason why I'm not factoring that in is because these webs aren't designed to take that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the traveling webs are not sticky. You're not going to get stuck, but because you're essentially doing a glorified tightrope with a little thicker rope, it's difficult terrain. You got to go slower. If you have a climb speed, you can move at your climb speed, your normal speed. But if one person's lagging at 15 feet per round, unless you're willing to spread the entire party out over 5 miles, which I wouldn't recommend that. So unless you guys, if you can go 2 hours a day, you can go 2 hours a day, and you can do it in 2.5 days.
How long does it take to surf it instead of walk it, though?
You could surf at double your speed. So if your speed's 30 feet and you make your check, you're going to be able to go 60 feet around. But if you fail your check, that's going to slow you down substantially.
Because you have to fight the spiders.
Because they're gonna get you.
Oh boy.
So if you trust, I mean, it'd probably be 100. I think I did it'd be like 127 successful acrobatics checks. If you fail one, you fall. You can do saving throws, but
Can I
I
take a
wouldn't-
20 on that?
I wouldn't advise trying to surf it unless you're, spider bait or yuck yuck.
So don't try it then.
So just walk. So I can walk with Kosjurkis guiding me then.
I mean, without light, you're just not going to be able to do it. He can't. He's going to be preventing himself from falling. You guys just can't walk in tandem. You're either going to have to use light or develop a second strategy.
I have no idea.
Where's Alex? He's so quiet. He's usually got all the ideas.
I know.
Alex, did you vanish on
Sorry.
us?
Kind of came out of nowhere.
Did we lose Alex and we're all just rude and just sitting here?
He's still on the call.
Yeah, he's still on the call, but he's not
Can
talking.
you hear me?
Oh, there
Yeah,
you
I
are.
can.
He's probably been talking this whole time.
Probably.
No. Actually, because I'm hiding, so I'm just hiding.
Oh, that's true. That's
I'm
true.
hiding, But I also don't have an idea. If I had an idea, I would have popped out by now.
Fuck you guys, I'm out.
I don't
Kind
know.
of seems like we. Yeah.
I can try just getting as far as I can in 2 hours with spider form that has a climb speed and can go over difficult terrain, no problem. And then just kind of hunker down and wait. But how many people can I carry?
A steeder can carry one. It's a mount
Okay.
for one.
So I can take one person with me if they want to come. But then we're on our own.
Maybe. You're small, right, Kosjurkis?
Yep.
You could do two. You could do Kosjurkis and a medium.
Okay, so I can take 2 people with me.
Someone riding. Kosjurkis is riding on top of someone else who is riding on the steeder.
You guys will just have to sit close together.
Just out of curiosity, like, what would the DC be if someone were to try to, like, surf the web?
I'll let you know when you try.
Oh boy.
Ah,
Does climbing speed help the situation?
Yes, if you have climbing speed, you can move at your standard speed. So if you got 30 feet movement and you don't have climbing speed, you're moving at 15 feet. If you have climbing speed, you got your full 30.
Okay, so 2 of us are fine.
Well, if you guys put 2 on the steader, and normal speed covers 6 miles in a day, you guys could cover this. 6 miles in a day. The issue you're going to have is you're going to only cover roughly. Yeah, I mean, it'd
like
take
a
you
quarter
2.5.
of a day. Yeah.
It's going to take you two days at least, maybe 2.5, doing it that way. But
Or we go with light and just accept a fight.
Or it doesn't.
if you missed that, that was an S on the end of that word you used.
Ah.
Fights.
I said or it doesn't.
That seems like we only got the one way, right?
Yep.
You guys will have to find a place to rest and sleep in the middle of spider-infested territory. But
Mm-hmm.
Spiderbait and Yuck Yuck will do their best to find a good resting place.
Alright, let's do it up.
Let's do it up. Okay, so No light. Who's writing?
Well, actually, I just read. I can actually use it again after a short rest, so we can just keep going. We can do 2 hours, take a short rest, do 2 hours, take a short rest.
Oh, beauty.
Do it like that, actually.
Sweet. Huh.
That makes it so much easier.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
hell yeah.
I just read that.
I was wondering if you were going to catch that.
I thought it was a long rest, but it's actually short.
It is a short rest. I was going to let you get all the fights and then tell you after you got through.
Babe, you're a shady lady.
It's my fault. I've been drinking.
I'm just saying, you'd never forget that again. Remember that one time that DM fucking dicked me over? Fuck that guy.
So we're good.
Yeah.
So yes, you're good, but if you go past 8 hours in a day, you're going to have to do a forced march.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to have to check and see.
Even if I'm being carried.
You won't.
Yay!
Some of you are exempt because you're willing to be carried everywhere. All right, let me check. Let me find forced march in here. All right, so when you are traveling for more than 8 hours, you're going to, after 8 hours, you're going to have to do it. I'm going to have to pull this up. I pulled up the wrong book, but you guys are going to get started regardless, moving off. I'm guessing. All right, so traveling pace, forced march travels for 8 hours. For each additional hour of travel that you're going to be doing, you're going to have to do a Constitution saving throw. The DC is 10 plus 1 for each hour past 8 hours. So we'll cover that when we get there. There's no reason to dive into the weeds right now. I stole that guy's saying, babe. I've used it before. But... All right, so you guys head off, and Spiderbait and Yuck Yuck start showing you. They're not surfing because they're guiding you. You know, they got to be professional, and they are showing you along the way. So general information as we're going along here, just so you guys know what you're seeing. So as you're traveling down this area, you have. Oh, let's pull this up. So after you go across this initial area, it is definitely pitch black. There's no light. You guys are doing a pretty good job. You guys are traveling at a good clip. This would be considered a normal or fast pace. So do you guys want to try and speed through here and move through at a fast pace? Or do you want
probably not.
or the normal pace?
Do we think we can get across in one day at a normal pace?
I mean, if you're going to end up pushing yourself beyond the 8 hours of traveling time either way, if you're trying to do it in one day.
But if we go faster, then we're going to have less checks.
If you travel at a fast pace, you're going to be able to do. Well, if you travel at a fast pace, let me do these calculations here. Yeah, if you travel at a normal pace, it's not a normal or a fast pace. You're not going to have to do any exhaustion checks. It's not an official rules as written. It's rules as intended. Two terms. If you guys start reading into D&D, the rules on traveling, if you're traveling more than 8 hours, the short rest you guys are going to be taking here or there isn't intended to be counted as traveling time, even though the book doesn't make that distinction. Let's say if you travel at a normal or a fast pace and rest every 2 hours, your total traveling time is going to be somewhere around 11 or 12 hours, but some of that is going to be resting. So your actual travel time will not be into the exhaustion range unless you have to slow down for some reason. I don't know what reason that would be.
Oh boy.
Well, let's just go to normal pace then, right?
Yeah, might as well.
Outstanding. Okay, so Traveling along, Spiderbait is the large goblin. He kind of moves off to the side, doing his swinging technique. And as you guys are walking, Yuck Yuck stays with you. Along the first part, Jim Jar kind of scoots up and he says, I bet you guys 2 days rations I can surf to that spot. I
Oh.
can surf longer than you can without falling.
Oh boy.
Who's down?
Well, Kosjurkis is busy riding on top of a jumping spider.
I am a spider.
Fuck it, I'll take him up on that offer.
Oh boy.
Wait. If either of you fall, you're dead.
I mean, you'll probably not fall all the way to the floor. You'll probably get caught in a web on the way.
Yeah, one of those trapper webs, and then the spiders
So
are gonna
then
come
we
eat
die.
you.
And then I jump to you, save your life.
I mean, Jim Jar says, well, I mean, he can surrender, and I'll just admit that I'm better, and we can just go.
I
Right?
mean, like, I have no, compunctions with the idea of you possibly being better than me. But
He kind
I
of
mean,
holds his finger up. It's not possible.
I'm like just. But I will admit that web surfing actually did look kind of fun.
Right? I think we should try it. You guys forgot about the NPCs there for a minute, didn't you?
Nope.
No.
No, I didn't
They're
forget.
I remembered about them, which is why I was really sad that we couldn't just, like, ditch them. Because
Well-
we could have been through this shit.
It's true. All right. So you gonna take him up on it? You gonna go for the web surfing? You guys gonna play it safe?
I mean, like, I kind of want to do it just for the hell of it. I mean, if I get in trouble, I mean, that's on me.
Rations is a boring bet, though, don't you think?
I don't
Do
know.
you
What do
want to make it interesting?
Kicking up dust.
Yeah. Let's make it interesting. How about this? Whoever wins gets the first loot that we find. Yeah.
That's fair.
Did you discuss this with the rest of the group?
No. I mean, among the people who do like if I find something, but Jim Jar wins, I give Jim Jar the thing, But if Jim Jar finds something, he gives it to me.
Okay.
Who's
I'm
all
not in it
racing?
anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Who's all racing?
I mean, I will, but I like just for the hell of it. I mean, I don't really have a stake in, regardless of whether I win or lose.
If the other pussycat is doing it, Smoke is doing it too.
All right. Highest check wins. It is an acrobatics check.
Thought so.
Come on, sweet baby. Oh.
So, Indomitable Spirit takes a little grease and smooths his paws and starts sliding. It's fun. It's exhilarating. You easily slide and change webs, and Spiderbait is, watching, and Yuck Yuck's back there going, spiders are. And then Agile Smoke is whatever her paw, its paw. Agile Smoke
Ouch.
and Jim Jar put the grease on, and they both slide, and they go on separate webs, and they start sliding. It's of reasonable skill. They're a little unbalanced, and what they don't see is the two webs come together, and they're focused so much on their feet that they collide.
Oh.
And knock each other off. Both of them fall in opposite directions.
Why?
And as they fall, give me a saving throw, dexterity type, to see if you can do something here. All right. So you manage to grab the web, and so does Jim Jar, right as you guys are falling separate ways, but you grab the connecting web. Both of you prevent yourselves from falling and pull yourselves back up. And as you guys are just gathering yourselves together, as you're pulling yourselves back up, you see the Indomitable spirit out there just surfing in a little circle before he makes his way back around to the group. Very skillfully, too. And Yuck back there is clapping his big flappy goblin hands.
Jim Jar, I do believe Spirit cheated, no?
Yeah, had to have cheated. Had to have cheated.
Hey!
We shall just call it a tie, no?
It's a tie.
Yeah.
But in fairness, we do have to. He did technically win. We got to give him the loot. You can't. You got to honor a bet. A bet is sacred.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah. Good job, Spirit.
So as you guys regain yourselves and you guys start marching off through the day, you guys travel a little over half a mile. And Yuck points at a spot and he goes, right there. Right there used to be a roper. And he would throw out these like whip things. And he tried to eat us. And we shook the webs and the spider got him. It got him, man. And he's just kind of pointing out interesting stuff as it goes. And he, like, you guys are passing by, and he points at this cocoon. Just a little bit of the ways. You go through the first tunnel, and then at the end, he points at this cocoon. It's about 400 feet below you. It's almost all the way to the floor. And as you guys are looking, there's a hole that goes straight through all these webs. And he points down there, and there's a cocooned up creature, and he goes, that is a deep gnome. This came running through here. And he was just running. And he just fell, and he just screamed the whole way down. We tried to stop. We said, stop struggling, man. The spiders are gonna
Did the spiders get him?
The spiders got him.
Poor guy.
Those deep gnomes, they don't listen. Jim Jar kind of looks a little indignant, and he shrugs. He goes, spiders got him, man.
Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, man.
But he didn't have anything on him, we checked. Sometimes the spider gets you, sometimes you get the spider.
The spirit just kind of like turns away, trying to like.
It's the way of the webs, man. It's the way of the webs. It's the way of the webs. And so you guys continue traveling, and you guys make it about a mile. You have no issues. You don't see any spiders. You don't hear any spiders. And you go through tunnels. You come through, you go through a narrow tunnel for a couple hundred feet, and then it opens up into like a small cavern, and then it's a catacombs. It's a maze of tunnels that go in and out. You probably bet these spiders have been here for hundreds of years. Because this is miles long. And some of these webs are old, some of them are new. And you guys start a good solid traveling. You get about a mile and you aren't having any issues. And at that, I am going to take a leak and grab a drink, and we will resume the spider travels.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
We'll see you in 5.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anybody there?
I am.
Well, Ben, what are you thinking subclass wise?
Way of Shadow.
Ooh, like a ninja.
Yeah. I had that idea from the very beginning, like before we even ever started the game. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go monk and I'm gonna go Way of Shadow.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
So what does that look like? What does it do?
Well, let me look up the full list. I know one of the availabilities is Shadow Step. I'm not gonna get that till I think 6th level, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Shadow Step is so cool.
But yeah.
Is that like Misty Step?
You can teleport inside of shadows.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fucking sweet.
Well, yeah, Shadow Step is basically a variation of your old Misty Step. The only real limitations is that I have to be able to use it in dim light or darkness.
Well,
Underdark campaign, so
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like, I figure if we're gonna go in Underdark, I mean, I can teleport 60 feet. And the best thing about Shadow Step is that, unlike Misty Step, which uses a spell slot, Shadow Step doesn't need to. It doesn't even require a bonus action. It's basically a free action I can take.
You also get advantage on the first melee attack before the end of the turn.
Exactly. So it's
Seems
kind of like
fucking OP. Can you take somebody with you on the Shadow Step?
no. No.
Still pretty cool though.
But yeah,
You also are level 6 though, so
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I mean, but basically, Shadow Step, when I do get it, that's gonna be, oh, I am so gonna fucking abuse that.
Yo,
Oh, absolutely.
I got Hidden Step. Does that count?
get out of here.
Which Hidden Step is basically Misty Step, though.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
That's still good to have though. And you can do that right now.
There's
Right?
no reason for me to do it.
No, I'm
And
just saying that you could.
I can only do it once a day though, or once every long rest.
Another one of the reasons why I'm going Way of Shadow is because starting at 3rd level, I get the ability to use Shadow Arts. I can spend 2 of my key points, and I could utilize I could use one of the key points that I could use right at 3rd level is something called Pass Without Trace. Without providing material components.
Short rest. All of my shit's short rest. I gotta remember that.
Yeah.
You also can cast Dark Vision, which is really helpful for the kid
Yep.
that can't see in the dark.
I can cast Dark Vision. I don't think
Not
I can.
you.
I can. I can spend 2 points to cast Dark Vision. The only problem is that with doing this is that at 3rd level I could either do Pass Without Trace or I could do Dark Vision from the with 2 of my 3 key points, because I'll only have like 3 key points starting off on that.
When do they recover?
I can gain key points after every short rest.
Nice.
Well, Dark
So-
Vision lasts for 8 hours.
So yeah.
So there you go.
Sweet. Well, yeah, that'd be great, because I can go ahead and at the beginning I can cast Dark Vision on Rolen, and then I can go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace as well. Because Pass Without Trace will be super useful, because it'll help us.
I think I can get that later too.
Yeah, because I know for Pass Without Trace, I mean that concentrates for up to 1 hour, but for that 1 hour we can't be tracked except by magical means. So.
Yeah, and you get a +10 to your stealth rolls, don't you?
+10 to Dexterity Stealth, yes.
It's not bad.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be real useful come level 3.
Further proof that monks are completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are, though, man. They're, like, insane. They do, like, 1d12 damage unarmed.
It's true.
And then do it, like, 40 times around.
Also true. All right. Looks like I think we heard. Is Tanner back?
Yep.
I think I've heard everybody.
That.
Oh, sit down here. I guess I'll save this Mountain Dew for later because I'm not thirsty anymore.
Kind of surprised my cat hasn't come over and tried to rubber head on my hand.
You got a cat with hands.
With how
Met some-
touchy-feely she is, she might as well be.
Got some horrible memories about that video.
What?
There's a YouTube video called "The Cat with Hands," and it's truly awful.
Okay. You sure that's some YouTube, right?
Uh-huh.
Not a different tube?
I am 100% confident in that.
Alright.
Was that the second porn reference in this game?
No. I was just clarifying.
Yeah. Very strong feeling.
So anyway, shall we continue?
Alrighty. So, mile 2. You guys start off moving along the webs. And as you are moving along the webs, the let's say roughly half the party is traveling, and the web that you're traveling on snaps.
Oh boy.
The traveling web seems to have aged over time. Some of these are, as I said, 50, 60 years old. Definitely very, very old. And I'm going to need a saving throw. That's, everybody I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative real quick. It's not going to be for combat, but let's see.
Not yet, anyway.
Roll initiatives. So,
Everybody, yeah?
no, you guys don't have to. I rolled them randomly.
Oh.
If you rolled it, it's fine. So let's put it at Ophelia, Sereth, Jimjar, Indomitable Spirit, and Bupido. So Indomitable Spirit and Ophelia, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Pretty good.
And last but not least, Bupido. Outstanding. And everybody succeeds except for Jimjar.
Oh no, he owes me money.
That's outstanding. All right. Jimjar, on the other hand, falls 30 feet from there as you guys grab onto other webs, and he becomes entangled. He is wrapped up in a set of webs, and he starts to try to get himself free. And in the process, he manages to get himself free and starts moving along. He is not trapped in a hunting web. That was the lucky roll he did get. He managed to get entangled in a number of traveling webs. So he did not get trapped in a hunting web. Lucky for you guys. And as he climbs back up, with a little bit of assistance from Yuck Yuck, who heads down there, and he helps him up. And he kind of points out to you guys some of the hunting webs around, muttering under his breath about spiders are going to get you a couple times. But after that, you guys gather yourselves back up, and you make your way not even three or another few thousand feet. You do notice as you're coming out of a tunnel into a small passing over area. You're about near the top of this small cavern. It's maybe, I don't know, it's roughly 100 feet across. There's 5 separate tunnels that come into it. And as you guys are, getting down here, you guys are making your way in. As you get to the crossroads, as it were, you notice that at the very bottom, maybe 400 feet below you, there is a small, from this distance, cocoon figure surrounded by 6 spiders. As far as you can tell, it's 6 spiders, but the cocoon figure is struggling. Now, from this distance, it appears that you guys can quietly, with a stealth roll, try to pass overhead without disrupting it. But the spiders are distracted. They are in the middle of what appears to be about to eat this guy, whatever he is.
Can we tell what he is?
You can't from this distance. It's a creature of humanoid in nature. That's all you can tell.
Can we tell size?
You can't. There are too many.
He's covered in spiders.
And spider webs.
Is it because we can't see that far with dark vision?
That's that you can't make out that much detail or see that far.
I have 120 dark vision in the female steeder. Does that change anything?
It does not.
Yeah. I tried, guys.
I say I grip my quarterstaff and I'm just kind of like looking contemplative. It was like the last time I jumped in on this.
If you're gonna try and if you're gonna try and pass overhead,
yeah,
it'll be a stealth roll and pass by. Well,
How many spiders?
You can see 6.
Are they like really fucking big or like little big?
They're giant spiders. They're standard giant spiders. They're not giant spiders, but
Are they bigger than my body?
So a giant spider is roughly the size of they're about roughly the size of a large dog, about a small German Shepherd.
Oh, Jesus.
That is not a small dog.
It's not a mastiff.
So I'm bigger.
Yeah. If that was me, I would very much hope that somebody would try and save me.
Maybe has money.
And information.
I mean, I'm good either way.
I am also indifferent.
Wow.
Well, the rule says the... Oh. Who voted twice?
Neutrals.
Me.
Also me.
Oh,
I mean, I'll save him if y'all want to save him, but...
Aren't you good?
I'm not retarded. I'm good. It's different.
That didn't last long.
I thought I thought that those were like synonyms for each other.
I don't think Ophelia knows what that means.
Well, Smoke sees opportunity here, so he's going to start getting himself in a position where he can fire a hand crossbow, tape one of these things down.
Kosjurkis is starting to mix together some things from his component pouch.
I don't feel like Ophelia is the only good one in the party. For the record, you might want to check your alignment.
I'm neutral good, so like I won't do bad shit, but I'm also neutral.
Well, I'm readying my ass dagger.
Once I'm within 30 feet, like I'm ready, and I'm ready for somebody to make a move.
I'm still riding on Rolen, right?
Yep.
All right.
Somebody else. I don't know who else is riding with me.
Okay.
Probably
So
Ophelia, right?
I have
When
no
this
clue.
kicks off, I'd like to target the nearest spider with firebolt.
alrighty.
So how
First,
high
let's
up are
get you a
we?
map.
I was about to say, how high up are we on the web?
Well, for all intents and purposes, unless you guys have a strong desire, I intended to fight this as a equal level map. Unless you guys want to do the 3 tiers again, which I have set up for. I just didn't know if you guys were interested in going there.
Easy route.
Yeah. Also,
That was
they would have the advantage in that circumstance, wouldn't they?
Yes.
They absolutely would.
Yeah. So let's stay the other way. Yeah.
All right. So you can see yourselves down there. Rolen, I put you on there. I am fully aware that you are not in that form. So let's get you guys arranged. On the upside, they haven't discovered you. Here's old Yuck and Spiderbait. And last but not least, I'll place all of them on there. It'll take a minute. Let's find Rolen the female steader. You even get your own token, Rolen. I made you a special Rolen token.
Yay. Is it Steeder or Steader?
I honestly don't know. Steeder or Steader. You can call it whatever floats your boat. How about that?
Okay, I'm calling it Steeder.
All right. So I'm going to roll initiative. I'm going to roll initiative for all NPCs. If you guys want to roll initiative for yourselves, that is perfectly fine.
Woo!
Shit.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Y'all.
I'm not the lowest.
Hopefully, we get a surprise round.
And I don't even have any bonuses.
Steeder Strider
wait.
doesn't get any bonuses.
Oh, I probably would actually.
Yeah, because you take their dexterity, don't you?
You do.
Yes, it would be actually +3.
Oh, very nice.
I'll fix it.
No problem.
I am.
The end of round is at initiative 16.
I probably should have waited till I had the Steeder sheet in front of me.
You can double click on your Steeder. Or I think you can get it off of the combat tracker.
Oh, I got it.
All right, let's make all these guys starting at the very top. Spider 18, Spider 15. I think we got Spider 8 already there. We got Spider 10, Spider 5. Look on the upside. At least you know about them before they know about you. I'm not going to put Mr. Cocooned on here. And yes, to answer your kind question, Smoke, you do get a surprise round.
Very good.
All right.
And dare I say, stealth as well.
Well, once combat starts, you guys are going to be, if you're going to be passing the first round, that's fine. Arrange your characters however you want. Obviously, they're all going to be here in the combat area. And now you can, well, let me get Rolen out of here. How's an axe? Where's that big old bastard at? There we go. All right, Rolen. You gotta, I don't want to take you off the initiative. So I'm going to put you at negative 99, negative 99 with Tiger, negative 98 with end of round. All right, so you guys get a surprise round. And then you guys are, if you, so again, this is something that a lot of people mess up. So the spider 18, for example, it's his turn. Now that his turn is over, he no longer gets, you don't get advantage when you hit him. So if you were to attack spider 18, you don't get advantage. If Agile Smoke, if you attack a spider who hasn't gone yet,
Yeah.
you get advantage.
But so does my stealth count for going up? Like, was I hidden at that point or no?
Yes, you are all considered hidden. Whether or not you rolled a stealth roll because it's a surprise round. Now, if you wanted to try and surprise 18, you would have to, I would have to compare them.
Yeah,
So,
well,
I was going to wait and see who you were attacking before I started worrying about that.
Well, I was going to attack him, but if I don't have advantage, I'll target somebody else.
Well, let me check. See what his perception is. Perception. Yeah, you surprise the shit out of him. You get it. You get it.
Cool. So, sneak attack. I think I'm doing it right this time. Sneak attack. Well, let's see if it hits. Oh, with advantage, right? Yay! Okay, that was my action, and then I'm gonna run back. Oh, it's not locked right now.
Oh, my apologies. Now they are.
Then I'll run back 30 feet to there, and use my uncanny. No. What's it called again? Cunning action. That's it.
Uh-huh.
And try and like in between the webs and up against the stone there, try and hide again.
That's how you hide right there.
That's my turn.
All right. Kosjurkis. Any
All right.
spider except for 15 and 18 you can get advantage on. 18.
Alrighty.
That's the furthest two away from you. So.
Kosjurkis quickly pulls out a bunch of different things from his various component pouches, mixes them together in his hands and his mouth, and then hurls them unnaturally far at that spider.
Alrighty.
Very nice.
Very nice. All right, Sereth, having just a dagger and no desire to just run up in that. But he's gonna kind of take a position anyhow with his dagger to protect himself. So, other than that, Spiderbait, being spidery, baity, he moves off to the side, swinging along, still doing the stoic, and he kind of lets out a growl, which is the first sound you've heard him. He's like, he doesn't necessarily talk quite yet. Jim Jar also is going to go the route here, and he's going to stealth with a 19 and hide off to the side here, but he can't do much unless he wants to throw his only weapon, which he doesn't want to do that. Bupido, having no weapon at all, about to get in a fist fight with this German Shepherd-sized spider, still moves to the last spot he saw Agile Smoke. Everybody's hanging back, rolling the spider with spider intelligence, which is 12.
Yeah.
That's higher than some farmers.
That's
pretty good.
That's actually my intelligence, not the spiders.
I stand corrected. I was thinking of polymorph. Rock out.
Can I leap to them?
You can't. Not on the. I mean, you
Okay.
can, but it's a hell of a risk.
Yeah. No, I'll just move 30 feet then, and not do anything else.
Kosjurkis is riding on top of Rolen, so
And whoever else is riding on top of me. I never actually
They got
that
off.
answer. Okay,
You
cool.
did. They got off. Whoever it was, we'll specify in the future. All right. Did you want to do anything else?
No, I can't. I'll take the dodge action, I guess, because I can't really do anything else.
Ooh,
Dodge it
good
is.
choice.
I don't think it's on the spider sheet.
No, it's on my action sheet.
You can drag it if you want to. I will if you
Okay.
don't. You can't skip, so yuck. Makes his way over here, and he is web surfing, and he is bouncing all around every which way. And as he goes by, he goes, "This is when we get the spider." He looks really excited. Apparently, he's fought some spiders before, but he is targeting this spider 60 feet away, the very far spider, and he lets an arrow go and misses. But he tried. Shushar, with his monkness. Now, do bear in mind that there is finite amount of movement because Shushar doesn't have a climb speed. He can only move 15 feet. He moved a full 30, which counts as his action and his movement.
Yeah, it's difficult terrain, right?
Yeah.
It is, unless you have a climb speed like Indomitable Spirit.
Now I can do what Yuck did and just try to surf the web, right?
You can try, and it doubles your original speed, but it's an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Oh well.
Whoa.
So you fall,
Damn it!
oh boy.
and I'm gonna need a saving throw, dexterity.
All right.
You fail.
Damn it!
Give me a D10, please.
All right. Hang on, give me a sec. There you go.
You fall 50 feet before you end up entangled in a hunting web,
oh boy.
Damn it!
Oh, you're fucked.
and you are entangled and restrained, and that is your movement and your action for the round. He's like, watch this. Damn it. And Yuck kind of looks down and goes, spider.
Spider's got him.
Spider. Gotta get it, man. Get it. All right, Ophelia, your movement is 15 feet here, and I wouldn't recommend web surfing. Jim Jar looks over and says, well, I mean, this kid clearly cheated the first time.
Clearly. Oh, big shot.
Ophelia up here, fuck everybody on the other side of this spell. Ooh, nice. 105 feet. Almost at the max range she's firing that thing. Down.
So I guess I'm done.
You can move 15 if you want. You don't have to.
I'm good.
No.
All right, so the giant spiders turn around, doing a very good yuck impression with their fangs. If you haven't seen Harry Potter.
Uh,
You don't like that?
What's that guy's name? He's
I
like
hated that
or
scene.
something.
I was actually thinking of that specific scene earlier.
So they cannot necessarily move as far as they would like, but by the gods, they're going to try. That's all that one's got. Agile Smoke, they are moving in on you.
If I move, do I lose my stealth or no?
No, not at all. You can only move half your speed while stealth.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'll move half my speed while stealth, and I'll get to there.
Okay.
Maybe that'll be close enough. Yep. And I shall take a shot at that guy. Good. Oh, just in case. With advantage, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Double 17s. Nice. Good night. Just to double check, after shooting it, like I'm out of stealth then, right? Like I'm giving away my position?
That is correct. Your position is gone.
Okay. So now that do I still have my other 15 feet with the movement then? Or with me moving at that 15 feet at half, but use my full movement?
1 second. You have the other 15 feet for now.
Okay, so I'll go back. And then if I still have my my cunning action, gonna try and hide again.
Just keep in mind the numbers.
Yep, 19. I'm reading them to you. That's my turn.
There's no penalty while stealth. That was a mistake on my part. I thought I might have misinterpreted it. It's a traveling over land penalty, but not while in combat.
Cool. Okay. No, we're good anyways. Yep.
All right. So giant spider here. He does not appreciate your bullshit, any of you, and he comes moving on over, and he tries to bite Rolen, the female. What are we calling it? Is it Steeder or Steeder?
I call it Steeder, but you do whatever you want.
We'll call it Steeder. He tries to bite you and misses. Kosjurkis riding the Rolen.
Yes, sir. Let's see what we got. Am I counted as disadvantaged for casting spells in melee for this?
Is it a ranged attack?
Basically every spell I have is a ranged attack.
It's not in ranged. It's within 5 feet.
Okay.
So yes, you are within 5 feet of him.
Okay.
And it's any ranged attack within 5 feet.
Makes sense. All right. Kosjurkis produces a bottle from one of his bags and drinks the contents, and then breathes fire upon this close by spider.
Yeah, that's.
Dang it! Only got half as much.
All right, so the thing about fire and spider webs is they don't go well together.
No, you think Kosjurkis is thinking that far ahead?
The webs around the spider burn, and they do deal spider damage. I'm sorry, fire damage to the spider, and the strands within 30 feet of that area are affected.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So
Sizzling.
that area is now spider damage, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead. There's no saving throw because they're just on fire. That area is burned. They're burned away to anything that deals, and as they break, you guys have to do. There's no saving throw to stay on this level. We're not doing levels at the moment, but you do have to do a saving throw, all of you, including the giant spiders, to see if any of you can catch yourselves without getting restrained. So.
Do I also?
Yes.
Okay. Woo!
Nice.
Managed to stay upon my mount.
So of all of them, Spider 15, the one that was closest to you, is now restrained. He got tangled up upside down, but that area right there is definitely burned away. And if too much is burned away from that area, you guys aren't going to be able to traverse it. And you hear Yuck Yuck back there go, dude, don't burn the webs.
It's all I know how to do.
So Sereth has a dagger, and like he's not like running up there, but he's not like hiding. And
Not only does he have a dagger, he has a partially melted dagger that we pulled out of a fucking ooze.
so he casts Fairy Fire on Spider 10. Anybody who attacks it for a full minute gets advantage. So,
He just said don't burn the web, you dumbass.
well, Fairy Fire doesn't burn, but
Oh,
good
well,
point.
never mind then.
Fairy Fire is all visual. And I don't think Sereth gives a fuck what a goblin says. Spiderbait takes a shot with his bow and misses. Jimjar makes his way up slowly, keeping his 19 stealth, but he can't do much. They don't know about all of you. They don't know about Jimjar, but they are making their way forward trying to attack. So one thing you notice, Bupito seems really excited to fight once they start getting close. It's about as far as he can move with his double movement. And Stool is hiding here next to Agile Smoke. Rolen, you fell, but you managed to catch yourself.
Alright, so this giant Spider 15 is restrained, so does that mean I have advantage?
No, it just means he can't move.
Ah, okay, cool. Fair enough. Whatever. Some reason gave me advantage anyways.
I stand corrected, yeah. He does have advantage. I just Googled it.
Go.
I mixed it up with grapple. A little bite action.
So he failed, so...
He failed his poison saving throw.
There you go. And he's unconscious. Nice.
And he's unconscious.
Cool.
That's pretty good. Wow.
Hold on. Got a door.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
The pizza has arrived.
Pizza has arrived. Thankfully, it's the spider's turn. Alright, this spider moves forward, and I hate to break it to you, Kosjurkis, but they're gonna bite you a little and the big spider a little. So you're not gonna be completely free.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm so soft and squishy.
Yeah, that wouldn't feel good.
Oh
He
no!
manages to sink 2 fangs into your leg, and you feel the venom pump
Oh
into
no!
you.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That
Dang.
nearly instantly killed me.
And since you're still alive, you are considered poisoned
Oh boy.
and paralyzed. So their poison, you didn't if the poison damage, you are stable, so that's a good thing. You're not bleeding to death because it's poison damage that brought you to 0, not the bite. So you're not having poison or saving throws, but you're poisoned for an hour and paralyzed. But you'll still get saving throws on your turn.
Oh boy.
like you do.
I love all the little effect markers that have just popped up on my character's token.
Yeah, you gotta love those, right?
Yeah, busy, huh? Yeah, no
I
kidding.
don't know if you guys have ever zoomed way in on a token that has those, but if you zoom all the way in on Kosjurkis, you'll see the paralyzed as a pause. He's got
Paralyzed, unconscious, poisoned, and stable.
all of those. And this spider takes a big old bite out of Rolen, gets a hit. Is he off getting the pizza?
Yes.
Well, he got a bite too. Let's see what he gets with this saving throw. Can he do it? He succeeded. He still takes half as much on the damage. Should half. There we go. And he's not poisoned or paralyzed. But yuck. He does not want anything to do with this. He's not getting close at all. Unfortunately for him, he's close enough to take a bite. Ooh.
I am back.
You took a bite and half poison damage. Yuck starts to run away and falls.
Yo, Tanner, I'm fucked.
Why?
I am unconscious, poisoned, paralyzed, and stable. I almost instantly died.
Oh my god.
If
Why'd
that
they
was
attack you?
If that was a 10, Tony, if they'd done 10 damage to me instead of 8, would I have died instantly?
It's possible.
Oh boy.
What? What's your overall health?
10.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. That's what Kobold wizards get.
It is. It is what they get. All right. Shushar makes his way up, and unfortunately, this is all he can do, but he has some damage. He starts biting, and that's all he can do. And last but not least, Giant Spider, number 11, completely unaware of Jim Jar, and starts making his way over.
Making my way downtown.
He's making his way downtown. Go ahead and do your attacks and roll damage as appropriate.
So, what roll do I have to make to try to get out of this web here?
Typically, strength. Yeah.
Strength?
Athletics.
Oh, all right. Well, give me a sec. Let me. Here we go. Athletics. I thought it was just a straight strength check there. There you go. There's your athletics.
Well, that's gotta be enough.
I was about to say, I hope it went through.
Well, I think you get it. So just go and kill them all, okay? No worries. I'm sure Tony will agree.
Just go into God mode.
So I would love to do that. Speaking of Tony, where is he? I mean, I haven't heard him for... He's probably busy.
Just 1 second. I had my headphones off for a second. I was messing with the wiring. I heard part of what you said.
No problem.
Why'd it have to be spiders?
Hey, at least it's not snakes. Or dragons.
At least you can kind of reason with a dragon.
Can you?
They're intelligent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Kosjurkis is all about dragon worship.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
He's culturally ingrained, my dude.
All right, so I do apologize. I missed half of that. What were you doing? Looks like athletics was sufficient to do that. You're out of it, and you can move now. Did you
Okay.
attack? Was that your question?
No, I hadn't. I was just wondering if.
The DC to get free is 12 for future.
Okay,
reference.
cool. So even with the strength check, I would have been able to make it. All right. No, I can. I have 20 feet of climb movement. Is that enough for me to at least get up to that spider? And
Yeah, we're just for simplicity's sake, we're treating everything as a level battlefield right now.
All right, sweet.
Later on, when you guys get higher level, I wouldn't do that. But there's so much going on. I want to keep it simple.
All right.
Hold on.
How about I say? Am I still restrained?
Haven't got that far.
Okay.
You're reacting faster than I was. You go ahead and
Well, I still hit.
Attack. Yeah, it hit either way.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and. Oh wait. No, that's.
Boom. Punch a spider.
Let's say I'm gonna go ahead and use my martial arts and whack him again. Now, is that an unarmed strike, or can I still use the quarterstaff to?
Either one.
Either.
I'm sorry. Actually, martial arts has to be an unarmed strike. The quarterstaff can be the first one.
All right.
Oh.
Nice.
All right. That does it for me.
All right.
Savage.
So I guess I'll heal Yuck Yuck.
Okay.
Oh, it's Kosjurkis. But that's okay. Whatever. I'm speaking for my friend on my back. Technically, I can't speak at all in this form.
He can do the thing that Yuck Yuck said with the spider fangs.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Also-
I can heal you both.
If Yuck Yuck dies, we're kind of fucked. Because then we can't get through the webs.
It's true.
Okay, Ophelia.
Yeah, but if Kosjurkis dies, then we're sad.
We lose a friend.
Well, Kosjurkis is not bleeding. He's stable.
It's true.
I'm
So-
actually in no danger at all.
That's fair.
Well, I don't feel like that's an accurate statement with 4 giant spiders. You're in less danger than
I'm
Yuck Yuck.
perfectly safe. I'm riding on top of a spider. There's 4 other spiders all around me. I'm
All right.
unconscious and paralyzed.
Outstandingly done, Ophelia. 6 healed, and we're good. Out of curiosity, just because I don't remember, can you check the range? Oh, I checked it. Never mind.
It's 60 feet.
Nice. I had it pulled. That was my fault. I've always wondered if it was 60 or 120. I knew it was at least 60.
And just for shits and giggles, it's also a bonus action. So
You
It
can
is.
cast
So,
a action cantrip if you want.
so since Healing Word is, and I know you're new to spell casting, it's right above it, the range. It says bonus action. So because it's a bonus action, you can also cast any cantrip you want. I would recommend,
I was going to do Firebolt.
if you will take a recommendation, I would recommend Toll the Dead.
ooh.
It's great.
Because Spider 8 is any spider that's missing hit points. So now that's my recommendation. You don't have to. They get a saving throw instead of you making an attack roll, but
And Spider 8's missing hit points, right?
he is. All of them are except for the top one, Spider 11.
Okay, so Healing Word, that is a spell slot, right?
That is, yes, ma'am.
Okay, my bad. Just checking.
I'm glad you checking. Everybody's new to the class they're playing. So for you, with Toll the Dead, if you choose to use that.
Oh,
Dang it.
So the reason why I recommend that spell, if you ever can use it, is because if you hit somebody, it does a lot of damage.
especially if they're hurt.
But DM will take the blame for that one. That's bad. I still think it's a good spell to use, but he succeeded.
So when I do flex casting, is that for a different time?
Yes, on your turn, you would do it on your turn, and it would be. I honestly don't know. I have to look this up. Give me a second. So you would,
but like, can I use it can I use it now, or do I have to wait?
you'd have to wait because healing word was a bonus action, and using flexible casting is also a bonus action. So you'd have to pick one or the other. Since you already used your bonus action, you have to wait till next. But you can. Next round, you can do flexible casting and cast a spell. So.
Well, I still have one spell slot open, so I don't need this flex cast.
Boom. Flex casting.
Smoke will pull out his dagger. I had a 19, so I'm still hidden, right?
You are. Their passive perception is 10.
Oh, beautiful. So then,
they don't know Jim Jar's there, so.
But I'm gonna huck the dagger at him. Nice. Okay, and then
So you threw a dagger in a spider web.
Yeah, and it worked.
Yeah, he could have missed.
And then I'll go 30 feet over here. Just to reposition.
Got it.
And then uncanny action. Cunning action. Let's see if I can hide again. Oh, I think so. Okay.
All right, let's see if I wake up. Nope, never mind. I don't do anything, right, Tony?
Nope, unfortunately not.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and read this poison because it's a big spider thing. So I want you to. So when you're half as much damage, if the poison damage reduces you to 0, you're stable but poisoned for 1 hour, even after you regain hit points and is paralyzed. There's no second save.
Cool.
You're out of this fight.
Until somebody cure wounds or something?
Nope. No.
Even after you're...
They have to cast lesser restoration on me.
Or cure poison. So yeah, this poison is... You're done, son, for an hour. This is how they capture you.
Yeah.
So here's Sereth. He moves over this way because it's less. There's less spiders this way. It's Sereth, and he tries to stab the spider with an acid damaged dagger. That was the wrong one. My fault. Let me pull this back up. He should have got a +2 there. So let's go ahead and. It would have hit either way. But he stabs him with the acid damaged dagger. And I believe a dagger is a finesse weapon, is it not?
Yep.
I thought it was. 1 second. I don't want to. I've had to recode all of this. So let's throw another. What spider is that? Spider 5. Throw another 2 damage on there because he has a dexterity of 2. We will put that on there. There we go. So he managed to stab him and spider bait, and he's not super happy about it. He really doesn't want to be here, and he is just close enough that he would have to take an attack of opportunity. He is going to take a disengage using his nimble escape as a bonus action. as a goblin. So he disengages, moves over here, and fires his short bow. And misses. Alright. Jimjar, on the other hand, not wanting his friend Kosjurkis to go down, he sneaks up with his dagger, with advantage, and tries to stab this spider who's trying to eat his little midget friend. And where, oh where, there we go. And he stabs the spider
Nice.
and gets sneak attack damage at the same time. He, unfortunately, let's see, I need to pull his up. I don't think he does have cunning action, but he can't break line of sight anymore.
Hmm.
So, Bupito, I skipped him like a goof. Bupito is going to try to get in this fight. He doesn't really have much, but that's about all he has, is running up, screaming, and trying to punch a spider with his bare fists. And misses. All right.
Oh no, stool!
He's getting up in here.
Do it to him.
So Stool punches, and you notice when he punches, he releases a little cloud of poison spores. It does 6 damage. Rolen, here's the thing. If you're going to, not this round, but the more you move, you're going to start possibly losing Kosjurkis. He's paralyzed.
Okay.
So in this case, you're okay because he's paralyzed holding you, but in the event of him just being unconscious, he would fall off. So in this case, you're fine, but in the future, riding Rolen into battle, if you get knocked unconscious, you're going to fall off.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Yay!
Aw. I don't even get to use the other half of my attack. Oh well. Alright,
I
I guess
also
that's it
rolled
for me.
minimum damage and got him.
I know.
Got him. Poor spider.
That's it for me. I guess I'll move over.
Oh,
That's
alright,
it for
alright.
me. That's whatever.
We'll scoot you over. Luckily, his legs are paralyzed around you. And this one is mostly just going to lash out at the first creature that was near it. And he tries to bite Sereth, and Sereth is shitty as hell about it, but he misses. Yuck Yuck stands up, kind of regains his balance, and looks around and goes, "Lame, dude." And then he pulls his bow out and shoots and misses. Apparently, they're good. They're better at the whole web surfing than they are at shooting those bows. But Shushar moves up and bites the spider and takes a leg off at the joint. Just like spider juices just squirt all across the area.
Damn.
And believe it or not, that spider turns and bites back and seems a little thrown off by his recent legectomy and misses. It turns out that the spiders are not going to get you. You're going. Did we lose you, Indomitable?
No, I'm here. Just got distracted by a few things here. I'm gonna go ahead and move up to this one here. And whack it with my stick. Like,
Look weird.
get away from my friend, you eight-legged freak! And I martial arts him, and I miss.
You try,
Right.
though.
Sorry about that.
All right. Ophelia, it's on you.
No, I didn't want that. It's fine.
That's fine. You don't have to do it. You can change it because you haven't rolled any damage or anything.
It's okay. I'll just have it.
Okay. Which spider 11?
Oh no.
Oh wow, it's
Dang.
unlucky.
Fuck that guy.
It's funny how like that spell does like on a minimum roll half as much damage as one of the most damaging cantrips in the entire game.
I think that one's a level 1.
No, I know it is, but it's just so ridiculously powerful.
Still 4d6, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm done.
You don't want to move 15 feet closer? End turn.
Smoke will move 20 feet closer. And then, is it an action for me to pick up my dagger?
No. That's
Right.
considered a free action as long as you only do one.
Yeah, so I'll scoop the dagger, no problem. And then I'll huck it at the next guy here. With advantage, because he's all shiny or whatever.
He is. He is shiny.
Blue, and then
He's missing a leg too, so that's a thing.
he's missing a lot more than a leg now. And then what can I do with my cutting action again? I can
Disengage, hide, or dash.
can I use that bonus action to start picking up my crossbow bolts that I've been shooting? Or no?
Yeah, any when it comes to crossbow bolts, we'll cover that at the end.
Yep. Okay.
Same rules as before, but
I'm chill.
paralyzed. Sereth, his acid damaged dagger. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me get this. There we go. That was it. I see where I made a typo, but he missed. So, spider bait. He is definitely staying back here. Jesus.
Oh,
Terrible.
those guys suck. I mean, they're cool, but they suck, you know?
I mean, they are still goblins.
Also,
Hidden break line.
I kind of get the feeling that they spend most of their day just web surfing rather than actually like fighting these dudes.
Yeah.
That's fair. So he can get this close and attack, but that's all he's got. But he is close enough to get a sneak attack. And boom. Bupido jumping in. He's trying. He missed. Why is he still marked unconscious? I jacked that up from last time, but he still missed. Both of those would have missed. Stool is staying over here and not getting any more spiders.
All right. I'm gonna move over to an advantageous position.
Let's just move.
Whatever works.
Move you here. We'll stick Kosjurkis over here just for token
Simplicity.
ease. Token ease. All right, what do you got, female stutter?
All right, got it. Hold on. Like, give me 5 seconds. Wait. Go. There you go.
Ooh.
That's a dead spider. He automatically fails because he's dead.
No, fair enough. Takes acid damage to the face then. All right, somebody like heal up my little buddy. He's still paralyzed, but so we just gotta wait an hour until Kosjurkis is fine, right?
Well, it'll be more like he doesn't need you heal him up and then he just doesn't move for like an hour and then
Yeah, I mean, if somebody can hold him while riding on your back, then you can probably keep going.
I mean, he's already holding onto the spider with like frozen, paralyzed legs. He does after you finish the fight and get over there. There is all right. The spider bait. I'm sorry, Yuck makes his way over and pulls out a second gourd and forces it down Kosjurkis' mouth and pours it down your throat, and it burns when it goes down, but it gives you a saving throw to overcome the poison with advantage. So,
all right, let's
Ooh, antidote.
Constitution saving throw.
alrighty. Oh boy.
Let's check the giant spider. That is sufficient with the spiders down. You are no longer paralyzed.
All right, as soon as he can move again, he just starts screaming.
Ah! Ah!
Oh no, he's a two-gun crazy. Oh.
Put him down, boys.
So,
Smoke's gonna try and pick up his dagger and the 2 crossbow bolts that he shot out.
crossbow bolts work like this. Right-click your D10, roll the percentage. Declare the number before you roll it. You can choose high or low.
Oh, okay.
1 through 50.
Yeah, high.
So high, you recover.
Yeah, okay.
So
Shit.
that one's gone, and you can try for one more.
Shit. All right. But I get my dagger back, right?
Yes, your dagger will not break. But if you throw and miss, it's gonna go. It's gone.
Yeah, but I wouldn't miss because,
No.
Think about it.
Your dagger.
All right. Sad,
Alrighty.
good to go.
So you guys kill all 6 spiders. And Yuck goes, you guys get those spiders. You guys do good.
Thanks, Yuck.
Good stuff.
I just like click my spider.
I just look mildly irritated at myself.
Not to mention the pincers.
So what's going on with the dude who we
Oh.
saved? Or
So you-
not dude?
Oh, I should save him.
But should
It's
you?
a giant spider like full.
But should you?
A giant spider being ridden by a kobold.
Yeah.
now that things have calmed down a little bit, can we tell like who it is that's in the cocoon?
You can. You can head down there and cut them loose.
Well, can we see before we cut him loose?
You can cut it partially loose. He's
Right.
struggling.
Cut
He
his
wants
face
free.
open.
Let's just take a little look, and I got my hand crossbow trained on the position in case, say, like a drow elf jumps out. Who knows, right?
So you cut a little. How do you do this? Where do you cut to see?
I'm not cutting.
Cut his face open.
Well, those are different things.
Spirit, perhaps could just give me a little piggy see.
Let's say, yeah, I'll help you up. Where are you? Yeah, there you go. There you are.
So I'm gonna be like back here. But yep.
Oh, I thought you meant like to give you like a boost up to. Where...
No. You cut and look, and then if it's bad, I shoot,
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll use my claws and I'll slice it open.
Where?
Lengthwise from like the top of the head down to the feet. I'm not slicing his face, damn it.
Oh, just the face portion, so you can see his face and he can explain stuff to you while he's still restrained.
Oh, all right.
So we don't run into the same situation that we just came from.
Fair point. Okay, then I'll do that.
Outstanding. So, you slice his face, and it's a halfling. His mouth is full of webbing, and his eyes are wide with terror. And he's going.
Oy vey, another little one.
It's a good thing he's not a gnome.
Racist.
But
well,
wait,
yeah, he's a kobold.
Is he
kobold? They're predisposed to hating gnomes.
Is he not a gnome?
He's a halfling.
He looks like a gnome. No, little one. Yes. Did I get called racist by a spider?
The spider implies
I can't actually speak. I might just like nudge you or something.
It just gets slapped upside the head by a spider.
Well, I'll reach in and I'll remove whatever's gagging him.
Okay. You reach in, you remove that, and he takes a looking around, and he goes, "Where are the spiders?"
We took care of them.
Dead.
Like he said, all dead.
He says, "Please free me."
I look over at the rest of the group and just kind of. Well,
he says, "I'm no threat. I can help you. I know it. I know where a treasure is."
Oh, treasure!
Yes.
Well, at least he's not screaming.
He says, "I have a map, but only I can read it."
Mm-hmm.
He says, "If you free me, I will show you. It's a long way. My party and I came down here to find the treasure."
What is this treasure, no?
He says, "We don't know. It's an ancient Nethranese tomb. It fell when the cities fell. I have a map. We found it."
So Agile Smoke has a boner right now, right? So with his dagger, I'm cutting this guy out, and I'm just like hand extended, okay, let me perhaps see the map, and we'll take a look together, and very exciting, very exciting.
So you cut him loose? Is that what I understood? You cut him loose?
Oh yeah, oh fuck yeah.
All right. So he comes out. He is actually legitimately wearing. He is fully geared, so it's not like the other crazy one. He is not wearing armor. His armor is damaged, but he does have a short sword, a hand crossbow, a backpack with food and stuff like that. And he says, brushes himself off. He says, "Thank you. My name is Fargus." He says, "I was a member of an adventuring group. We were searching for a Nethranese tomb, but we were attacked. Gnolls. Just to the east of here, we were attacked by gnolls."
Well, Fargus, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Agile Smoke. Perhaps you have heard of me or my father, Artanis. Is that perhaps a possibility?
He says, "I don't think so, but we found this map, and a man up north hired us out of Silvery Moon."
Oh, by chance, what would this man's name be?
He says, "I don't know. My party hired me." I didn't make the deal. I'm the scout. I was up ahead and they were attacked by gnolls. I tried to help.
So you were not even a archaeologist, no? You're just a hired hand?
Oh. A what?
And yes. Oh, perhaps you would allow me to see the map.
He pulls out the map out of a little map roll, and he shows it to you.
Can I read it?
Do you speak Halfling?
No.
No.
This is a fine map you have, but perhaps you could translate it, perhaps, or just give me the notes about the
He
things.
says, "I can guide you there. It is." He kind of flips it over and looks at it a couple ways. He says, "It's 4 days east of the Gracklestug in the Dark Lake."
What language is he speaking right now, by the way?
Undercommon.
Okay.
Oh, well, that does not seem too far away. I guess we should get going, no? And Smoke kind of looks to the party.
Kosjurkis is like trying to hold his internal organs in.
He says, "Okay," and he reaches in his pocket, and he pulls out a weird looking pair of goggles, like straight up goggles with a little beak nose, like they're almost bird-like. 1 second. Need to pull this up real quick.
Do I know about these goggles?
You can do a knowledge arcana check. I am pulling up something separate. Where are these? Oh, bad. Yeah, I didn't think so. So, these are what the goggles look like. And Ophelia, unfortunately, you've never heard of them. And he slides them over his face, blinks a couple times, and says, "All right, let's do it."
Are these the same ones from the book?
Depends on which book. I'm not sure which ones you mean.
Never mind.
You've read further than me, so I might not have seen them.
You're talking about the ones that category ends up getting?
Oh, somebody can read a map with the glasses.
Regis?
Regis? Yeah, I think it's Regis that gets them.
Those were different. Those were glasses of true seeing.
Oh yeah, I've never heard of this.
But Rolen has heard of these. These are called goggles of night. They give the wearer dark vision.
I would assume that based off the name and just the fact that they're goggles, I would have thought that would have been the case. But I wasn't going to say anything.
Since we brought it up, let's see if I can find the... Oh, they don't have glasses of true seeing. That was an artifact. That was a one thing. They don't even have it in the book. But those are goggles of night. Let's see.
What type of ruins did you say it was again?
Say again?
What type of ruins was it again?
A Nethranese ruin.
Nethranese.
And he says he doesn't know all of it, but he knows about the what they were told.
Which was?
The Nethranese are a race of... He said they were told that the Nethranese are a race of people who used to rely on magic, and they had floating cities. and something happened that caused them to fall out of the sky. And apparently, this tomb was the home of some crazy wizard, and there's supposed to be lots of treasure in there.
Well, let's go. Let's go.
Well, we are roughly, let's take a look here. You guys are 2 miles through a 5-mile area, and we're going to end the game here because this is a good spot instead of getting further on. This is a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Spiders will get you.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, great characters, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's excellent.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I was looking forward to the. I'd like to point out that, accents aside, this is an actual straight out of the campaign set encounter.
That's awesome.
I have many of my own that I'm going to be including, but this one, I'm a fan of this one.
That's hilarious.
The web surfing spider or goblin spider bait and yuck. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Good first game back. Make up for the 2 weeks we missed.
No, yeah, it was super good. Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
I'll see you guys next week.
All
See you
right,
around.
Take care.
See you then.
See ya.
Yeah, take it easy. Everybody take it easy.
Don't let the spiders get you.
Let's get you.
Spiders will get you.